Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new. It's Miss Liz here, and today I'm going to be sharing my Invisalign experience so far. If you're interested, stay tuned and let's just get into it. Okay, so I will talk about the decision I made, like when I made the decision to fix my teeth, what the first consultation was like, the treatment in between, the scan, the planning meeting, and the first 3 days. So I do have a blog post coming as well, but I thought I'd do a video since this is the most audience I get is on my YouTube channel. So I love you guys, and time to tell my story. So I made the decision to fix my teeth in January. I overheard a conversation between a couple of family members about how some dentists have free consultations, and that got me thinking, you know, this year I really want to face my fears, and I said that in my goals video, I think. I don't want to be bound by what scares me anymore. So I thought, when we go home, I am going to start looking. And I started looking. I just thought, why not? Why not see what can be done, you know? And so I narrowed down a few dentists. I was down to like 3. And I just kept coming back to this one particular dentist, and like that was the one that stood out to me each time. And so we rang up, and lo and behold, they had an appointment for 11:30 a.m. the next day. I had no time to prepare. Like, I had maybe 12 hours to psych myself up. So I woke up the next morning, and we went in, filled out the paperwork, in which I forgot my name. Quite common. It often happens with me. I think somebody asked me how old I was, and I just went so yeah. Anyway, so I filled out the forms and went in to meet the dentist. My dentist offers free Invisalign consultations, so that's that's exactly what we went for. And he checked my teeth out, and he said, it's obvious you haven't been to a dentist in 4 years. And I was just like I was pretty upset. And he said, you have lots of cavities, I want you to come back in and have another appointment and get you started on this journey. He basically said that I'm the perfect candidate for Invisalign because I have a major overbite, but in order to get the Invisalign I was going to have some patchwork done. He said we want to have teeth to put the Invisalign on. So that started me off on my whole journey. I have had 3 appointments with the hygienist, sorry, hashtag Invisalign life, in which my top jaw was cleaned, and then my bottom jaw was cleaned like really well, and I'd never had such smooth teeth in my life. And then I went back for a follow-up appointment just to make sure that the antibiotics were working and that everything was as it should be. So then I got cleared, and I got to go and start on the work. So went in on, I think it was a Monday, and had 9 fillings done. Thankfully with numbing injections. And then the next day I went back and had the other 5 done, which you would have seen if you wouldn't have seen the footage from the dentist, because I go to a small practice, so I don't want to like expose anyone, but I did do a vlog about how I had 14 fillings, 5 of which were done without injections, because I had the Invisalign scan straight after that, so that leads on to the scan part. So my mum goes out to sign all the paperwork, and I continue to lay there. They took photos. My dentist likes to do comparisons. I won't show you the photos because I know not everyone is comfortable with teeth photos, but it's very inspiring to look at and go, wow, I've come a long way in the January, February, March, April, May, basically 6 months that I've been going there. But yeah, anyway, so I lay there and they took the photos, and then they started the scan, and the scan is done with this little, it's basically like a stick with a camera on it, and they drag it across your teeth, like literally not hovering over, like they actually physically drag it across your teeth, which is kind of uncomfortable, and it makes this beeping noise. And then my dentist, he told me to bite down and don't move, and then I heard the beep and it freaked me out, and I moved, and I basically had him convinced that I didn't understand English, which is quite astounding because I am like half British. Yeah, so anyway, that led to a rather funny discussion, and then they took profile photos like that, which really made my nose stand out. So if you don't love your nose, just get Invisalign. Then you have to stare at your profile photos all the time. No, I guess I just like take that for, I don't even know why they take those, but anyway, so they take photos of your smile and your nose and all that. Whoa, that sounded really wrong. I mean like the profile thing. Anyway, so I go away. Myrtle, don't eat off the floor. I was very relieved to walk out and be able to talk and swallow, because the other times I'd basically been so numb that I couldn't. I missed quite a few classes actually. But then a few weeks later I was in class and I got a call from the dentist saying, hey, I need to see you tomorrow or some other time if it's not convenient for you. I have some treatment plans for you to review and I want to get started as soon as possible. So I emailed him back, said sorry I missed your call, that's fine, that time that he'd listed, and yeah, went in the next day. I'd had to buy a completely new outfit because I got soaked by all the puddles that the buses went through. And I got to meet up with Tracy, that was fun. And then we went in and there was basically 3 treatment plans. There had been 4, but they'd gotten rid of one. And we went over them and decided with the 4th one, which basically, as my dentist puts, aligns the dictures. And when they widen this gap, they might have to put implants in unless my teeth miraculously pop up, which hey, I'm not saying they can't, but I'm okay either way, as long as I get my 32 teeth by the end of it. And so we decided on that, and then I went in on Tuesday, and at 7:30 in the morning, got them on and went off to uni without my phone because my phone was in my mother's bag. So at the appointment on Tuesday, he put attachments on my teeth, which it's those little bumps that you can see there, and that's to help move them quicker it really does work, because I have, like I said, already noticed results. But yes, so we put the attachments on and sealed each one with the same thing that they do with the fillings, because it's composite, like they use. That's not going to be fun when I get them off, but we won't worry about that for now. And then, so every time he did a bit of composite, like every time he did an attachment, he would put the aligners on and just make sure it all fit properly, and that was a very long process. Had to have a couple of breaks, but I got through it. Spent my time at uni looking at stories of people who had gone through INVISALIGN instead of studying. I tried to study, but I was in so much pain that I couldn't concentrate. So I went to the exam and had to finish early because I hadn't eaten since 5 o'clock that morning, and it was like 3:30 by that point, and I was just about passed out. So I thought I better stop. I don't want to be known as the girl that blacked out in her exam. So I went home and I went like back to the train station, and I'd managed to send an email to my godfather, who sent a text to my mother, and I caught the train, and Mum happened to be at the train station, so the communication worked, and she took me straight to the dentist because I hadn't been able to get my plates off to eat. And I had been paying attention, but it was like, you know, when you haven't practiced yourself, it's rather difficult. And so he showed me, and then he put them back on, and I had to go home and get them off myself, which took 40 minutes. Like 20 for the bottom and 40 for the top. So it took an hour, sorry. And then, oh my gosh, eating for the first time on that first day was so glorious. I ate like 5 different things. I ate as much as I could because I knew I wouldn't be awake till 9 o'clock the next day. Like seriously, I take advantage of the holidays, alright? So that first day was a lot of pain. I ordered a tea, my water, because you can drink cold water but you can't drink hot drinks, and I thought I'd be the bee's knees at getting them off, but yeah, it takes practice. So I had that nice dinner, and brushed my teeth and put my aligners back on and went to bed. And yeah, during the night, because you have 2 pieces of plastic in your mouth, you do, how do I say this without like grossing anyone out, you produce a lot of saliva, and so I had to sleep in a position where it was, you know, I had to be, what's the word, not stoked up, propped up, like I couldn't be entirely flat. So we found a comfortable position. I'm sorry guys, I'm really struggling right now. Found a comfortable position and went to sleep. Next morning it took, I think, 40 minutes to get them off. And by the evening of day 2, I had them off in 20. Pain levels on day 2 weren't as bad as day 1, but definitely were still pretty severe. And then I got it down to 20 minutes in the evening. I think I might have said that, I can't remember. Sorry. If I've already said that, forgive me. Anyway, so eating was glorious. I ate twice that day, at breakfast and at dinner. I skipped lunch. Skipped lunch yesterday as well. Yesterday morning got them off in 16 minutes, so that was day 3. And day 3 evening I got them off in 8 minutes total. That was pretty cool. That was like so encouraging. Day 3, barely any pain, but still a lot of discomfort because, as I said, there is plastic in your mouth. And here we are on day 4, and I got them off in, no joke, 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 1 minute each side. Which I thought was a pretty good birthday present for Tracy. And I was able to eat, and I am about to go and edit this and take them off again to eat lunch, but I just wanted to quickly give a couple of final thoughts. Pros, I'm definitely going to lose a lot of weight, because you can't just eat whenever you want, which is kind of a con, but it's good because you learn about portion control. First couple of days I ate a lot because I was only eating twice a day, so I was able to be a bit more restrained at breakfast this morning. A con is A, the pain, and B, the again, third time, plastic in your mouth, and the fact that you can't talk properly for the first week. Hopefully I would have adjusted properly by that day, but yeah, gonna lose a lot of weight. Can't snack when you want, but I guess another pro before I go is, another pro before I go is that after one day out of 3 years, I was already seeing results, and I guess this is a good time to do the before shot of my teeth. So which one is it? This one was crossed over the back of that one, and it's not now. So this is my before shot, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it changes. Cool. So if you enjoyed this, let me know. Let me know about your experience, or are you someone that is learning about it before you do it? I went in blindly. Don't do that. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and if you want me to do a Q&A on what it's like to live with Invisalign, leave your questions below.